Sir, would you introduce yourself to us? Tell us your name and DOC number, please.
My name is Lorenzo Tiffith. My DOC number is 704-911.
And joining us also this morning from probation and parole is Mr. Jason Carpenter. We'll call on him for his remarks at the appropriate time. Mr. Tiffith, we're here for a revocation decision this morning. Do you have a revocation questionnaire there with you?
A questionnaire. I have the yeah, I have the paper, the form with the violations on it.
No, the revocation questionnaire.
Oh, all right. Yes. I'm sorry.
Is that your signature at the bottom of that page dated August 4th, 23?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And based on that information, you're not eligible for appointed counsel. So I'm going to read the allegations against you, and I'm going to ask you to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. And then after that, we'll hear from the probation and parole officer. And you can make a statement at the end if you'd like to before we vote on the revocation.
Yes, ma'am.
Get to the right page. Okay. Mr. Tiffith, you're accused of violating the conditions of your parole. You're accused of violating condition number 2. Number 2 states, I will submit a monthly report by the 5th of every month until I complete my supervision. I'll report to my parole officer when ordered to do so. You failed to submit a monthly report or report to your parole officer when ordered to do so because you absconded supervision. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
With a statement?
I didn't honestly. I didn't.
I'm just asking you, will you be making a statement in that regard? Yes or no?
Oh, I'm not understanding this.
Well, your pleas are guilty, not guilty, guilty with a statement or not guilty with a statement. You pled not guilty. I'm asking, are you going to have a statement?
I'm gonna just take guilty on everything, miss.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's all they want.
Well, let me read. So you just pled not guilty. Are you changing your plea to guilty to violating condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to violate everything.
Okay. Well, I gotta go through it. Condition number 3, you requested to have your case transferred to Illinois and were allowed to move to Illinois while transfer was pending. The transfer was eventually denied by Illinois, and multiple attempts were made to contact you to inform you that you needed to return to Louisiana. You didn't respond to any of the attempts to contact you, nor did you ever voluntarily reach out to probation and parole to find out the status of your case. Ultimately, you were arrested in Illinois due to the fact that the Louisiana Parole Board issued a warrant for your arrest for absconding supervision. How do you plead to violation of condition number 3?
Guilty.
And lastly is regarding your fees. In condition number 10, you have failed to pay your monthly supervision fees. You were ordered to pay $63 a month, and you have not made a payment since April 7th, 2022. Currently, you're $1,491 in arrears. How do you plead to violating condition number 10?
Guilty.
Okay, sir. So let's just go ahead and hear from the probation and parole officer, Mr. Carpenter. I know you got a busy day. We'd like to hear your statement, sir.
Yes, ma'am. If the offender is willing to plead guilty on that, we support that decision. As far as everything that you read, all the violations, they are correct, and we have nothing further on that.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Yes,
Mr. Tiffith, you pled guilty to all the violations. Is there anything else you'd like to say to us?
Honestly, and all in all, it was just a big misunderstanding. I transferred somewhere. I really don't have no knowledge about the probation and parole stipulations and all that. I was at the address that I was supposed to be at. I was waiting on a letter of a parole officer to pull up to the address, but no one ever showed. I honestly didn't know it was on my behalf that I was supposed to reach back out and try to figure something out. I didn't know. It just was a big misunderstanding. I wasn't in no trouble. That's all I can really say. I didn't really do anything wrong.
Okay. Well, you know, there's a process. You received permission to go to Illinois, but that was rejected twice. And when they reached out,
Permission, I have the paper right here. I had permission.
you had permission to go, but you still have to do
Oh,
an
yes.
interstate compact to formally transfer your
The
provision.
paperwork, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that, I'm ready to vote. My vote's gonna be based on your guilty plea to violating all three conditions we discussed. My vote today is to revoke your parole. Mr. Roshan? Yes.
Mr. Tiffith, based on your pleading guilty to conditions number 2, 3, and 10 of your supervision contract, I vote to revoke your supervision.
Mrs. Jackson?
And Mr. Tiffith, my vote is the same.
All right, Mr. Tiffith, today your parole's been revoked, sir. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you all. Thank you.